welcome to Live Interactive English, and I am Nina.
Hey everybody, I'm Shane. Nina?
Yes.
I really appreciate you taking care of my plant while I was out of town.
Yeah.
A month, I know it's a big commitment, right? And I do really appreciate it. I want you to know that.
Okay.
But it's not looking so good.
What are you talking about?
Look, it's like very limp. And
No.
When I gave it to you, it was like standing up. He was happy, excited.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Scott.
Okay, Scott.
Scott the plant.
So Scott is probably just sad because he's been missing you.
Well, he might be sad because he's dehydrated.
No.
Well, I asked you to feed him. Okay, I was gone for a month. I said weekly, once a week. That's not that difficult. Did you give him water once a week?
Once a week?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said once a month.
I was gone for 1 month. If it's once a month, I don't need you to take care of my plant.
I'm sorry. I probably watered him more than once a month. I think he's just sad to see you. Sad that he's been missing you.
Sad to see me?
No.
Wait. So he looked great this morning, and then you brought him here, and now he looks like this?
I'm kidding. No. He'll be fine after a couple of days.
Okay.
You know, he'll have some love from you.
Besides the saggy leaves,
Yeah.
Did you like make a salad or something? Like,
Of course not.
There's looks like somebody bit the leaf over here.
Ooh.
Do you have a cat, right?
I do have a cat.
Does your cat like to eat plants? Apparently, yes. I'll answer the question for you. Yes. It was either you or the cat.
It's okay. Look at Scott. He has new leaves coming out, so he's perfectly happy. Maybe it's just a part of his cycle. Don't worry about it. I will get you a new Scott.
I'm gonna need a few minutes. I'm sorry, everybody. Scott.
Shane, he's fine.
Scotty.
Victor is in a flower shop. He seems confused.
Has anything caught your eye?
Actually, no. I'd like to buy a houseplant to spice up my boring apartment. I also heard they can help relieve stress and clean the air. The thing is, I'm totally clueless about houseplants.
Don't worry, I can help you with that. First off, while appearance matters, I think it's more important to think about a plant's suitability for your home. Is there a lot of natural light in your apartment?
Not really.
So a low-light plant might be worth considering. Maybe a corn plant or dragon tree. These plants survive best out of direct sunlight and with little water, so they're easy to care for. Their leaves are toxic to cats and dogs, however.
Okay, so getting a house plant,
Yes.
which is probably something I need to pay attention to and listen to because I might need to choose a new house plant pretty soon now that Scott is dead.
Okay, let's not be dramatic. He's fine. He'll be fine. Just, give us some time, okay?
I'm not sure if he's going to make it. Okay, so part one is choosing a house plant. I'm going to pay attention here.
Okay.
So Victor or Shane is in a flower shop. He seems confused.
Okay.
Like, where am I? All these flowers around
What am I doing? Okay, maybe he doesn't know what to get. He wants a house plant, but we'll see.
Okay.
So there's a florist and there's Victor. I'll be the florist. The florist says, has anything caught your eye?
Ow! Ah, something caught my eye.
No, that's not how it works. So when something catches your eye, that means you saw something and you were drawn to it. Like, oh, I like this one, right?
Yeah, it could be interesting. It could be good or bad, right?
Yeah.
Something is eye-catching. Normally, if something is eye-catching, then that means that it's positive.
Yeah.
But if something catches your eye, it could just be something that surprises you as well.
Yeah, something just takes your attention, basically.
Right. So Victor says, actually, no. I'd like to buy a houseplant to spice up my boring apartment.
Spice up.
Why doesn't he buy
Is he
some
putting
spices?
spices in it?
Yeah, maybe he could just buy some spices. Maybe a house plant, like a spice plant. They sell some, like rosemary or some kind of spice. No, what does he mean
No.
when he says he wants to spice it up?
I think it's to make it more interesting, right? When you spice something up, it's like usually when something's boring, you want to add something to it so it's less boring, right?
Right, to make it exciting. Like if your food is boring and has no taste, you sprinkle some spices on it and then wow.
Yeah, very tasteful, right?
Okay. I also heard they can help relieve stress and clean the air.
That's true definitely about cleaning the air, right? And maybe that automatically makes you feel less stressful.
I never really even think about that. Yeah, like when you're living in a place like Taipei or any big city that has like poor air quality.
Yeah.
I guess having a lot of house plants could really filter the air.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have all fake plants in my house now that he's dead.
Okay.
And I never thought about that idea of like cleaning the air. That's pretty great. And
Or maybe Scott's just sad that he doesn't have more friends.
that's so sad if he's just going to buy a plant. Don't do it, because if you go on vacation and you have somebody take care of your friend, they'll kill him. Okay, sorry. The thing is, I'm totally clueless about houseplants.
Clueless about houseplants. So clueless means you have no knowledge of something or things in general. So if I say I'm clueless, that means I don't know. So it's just like when you say, do you have any clue? It means like, oh, do you have an idea? You can also say like, oh yeah, I have no clue, I have no idea.
Yeah, and it is a kind of a way to insult somebody too, to just say that they just don't really know anything or they're kind of dumb. You just say,
he's clueless.
Nina is clueless.
Or you can say you don't know what's going on at all. You know, like, oh, what happened between those two? They are fighting.
I'm clueless.
Exactly. So, for example, Jerome is clueless when it comes to classical music.
So, in other words, he knows nothing about classical music.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, so continuing, the florist says,
She says, don't worry, I can help you with that. First off, while appearance matters, I think it's more important to think about a plant's suitability for your home. Okay, so even though like you might care about how the plant looks, but you need to think about whether or not the plant is suitable for your home.
This sounds a lot like choosing a partner or somebody to be in a relationship with, right? Oftentimes you're struck by their appearance. You're like, wow, she's hot, right? And you want to be with that person for that. But you sometimes need to step back and think, is this person really going to be a good match for me, right? And is it going to be suitable for me? And if I take her home, is she going to be suitable in that environment, just like your plant?
Okay, yeah, just like your plant, you need to know if they are suitable for your home. So, you know, people have different homes, different amount of windows and sunlight coming in.
How much light comes in, things like that.
Exactly. So continuing, is there a lot of natural light in your apartment? You know, in Taipei especially, I feel like there are a lot of buildings that are very high up, so other buildings block the sunlight from coming in the window.
Right. In any big city that has a lot of like buildings and cramped together like that, sometimes it's difficult to get natural light into your apartment, right?
Yeah, unless
What's the opposite of natural light?
What?
What's the opposite of natural light?
What is it?
Artificial light.
Artificial light.
So we have plenty of artificial light, right?
Oh,
Light bulbs and stuff like that. But to get some sunlight into your house, sometimes it's not that easy.
Yeah, that's true.
So Victor says, not really.
Not really.
Maybe he lives in Taipei.
Okay, so a low light plant might be worth considering. Okay, so a low light plant is probably a plant that needs less light, right? Okay, maybe a corn plant or dragon tree. These plants survive best out of direct sunlight and with little water, so they're easy to care for. Their leaves are toxic to cats and dogs, however.
Too bad. I was saying these sound pretty ideal because they're really easy to care for, low light. You don't need to worry about much light, don't need to worry about water. But we're both cat owners.
So that wouldn't work for us, right?
Oh,
okay.
Man. Okay, yeah, that's another thing. If you're a pet owner, you really need to pay attention to what kind of plants you're going to put in your home.
Yeah, so let's see what he ends up deciding, what kind of plant he chooses after the break.
Okay.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这一次的绘画是关于 getting a house plant 选购盆栽。那么 house plant 就是指室内盆栽植物。对话一开始啊 ，Victor 他在一间花店里面，他看起来很困惑哎。那么花店店员就问他说，有什么东西吸引到他的注意吗？那我们先补充一下 florist 就是指花店店员或者是花商。那么文中它用到 catch somebody's eye 来表达吸引某人的目光，引起某人的注意。注意 eye 在这边是固定用单数。那有一个相关的复合形容词叫 eye-catching。eye-catching 则是形容引人注目的。好，那我们接着看到对话里面 Victor 他就说他想要买一株盆栽来替他无聊的公寓增添情趣。他也听说了盆栽有助于舒缓压力、净化空气。可是问题是他对室内盆栽一无所知。那么我们用 clueless 就可以形容是一无所知的、一窍不通的。那在讲到净化空气时 ，Shane 老师他有用到 filter 这个动词 ，filter 表示过滤。我们其实可以用 filter out 去表达滤除、过滤掉的意思。好，那接着花店店员向 Victor 说明，盆栽的外观固然重要，但是植物是否适合住家是更重要的。像 Victor 家里自然光不足的话，就可以考虑这种低光照植物。Shane 老师也就聊到说，住在市区里面，建筑物比较多，比较狭窄拥挤，就难以有充足的自然光。那这时候老师他用到 cramped 这个形容词 ，cramped cramped 可以形容是狭窄的。好，这边两个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是 spice up， 表示增添趣味。spice 当动词呢，它可以指说为食物来添加香料，将食物调味。可是在这边呢，它是指说给什么增添趣味，使什么活泼生动。之后常常会搭配 up。举例来说 ，Trying new things can spice up your life。尝试新的事物可以增添生活趣味。那么第二个重点是 the thing is， 这是表达说问题是怎么样怎么样，用来说明理由或者是作为借口。那常用的句型就是 the thing is 逗号主词加动词这样。像 I'm sorry I didn't text you back. The thing is I've been doing a digital detox recently. 很抱歉我没有回你讯息，问题是我最近在做数位排毒。这个 digital detox 数位排毒就是说在一段期间内远离手机远离数位装置跟网络。同学们可以自己判断这到底是借口还是真的理由。好，接着回到课文中。
Victor has chosen a plant and paid for it.
How long will it take to mature?
The corn plant takes about 10 years to reach its full height of about 180 centimeters. So in a few years, if it starts getting too big, it may need to be placed on the floor.
That's the plan. I'd like it to be a centerpiece eventually. Anything else I should know?
You can remove the lower leaves when they begin to yellow. And remember to keep your plant out of reach of cats or dogs if you ever decide to get a pet in the future. There are also care instructions on the attached card for reference.
Okay, welcome back. So in the first part, we were choosing a houseplant, or we should say that Victor was choosing a houseplant.
Yes.
So he went to the florist, a very beautiful florist, to help him out with the houseplant. Now, in part 2, we're caring for a houseplant.
Okay, so I'm guessing he chose one, right? Victor has chosen a plant and paid for it.
So now he needs to know how to care for that houseplant.
Yes.
Okay, so Victor asks, how long will it take to mature?
Oh, what does that mean when a plant matures?
Just like a human or anything that's living, when it matures, basically that just means that it's going to grow up, get older, right? So with time, every living thing matures.
Yeah,
so
okay.
here, when you get mature, kind of the idea is it's going to be
At
full
its
grown.
peak, right? Yes.
Full grown, right?
Okay, so the florist says the corn plant takes about 10 years to reach its full height of about 180 centimeters. That is taller than me.
That's a pretty tall, that's about the same height as me. That's a pretty big, wait, so I'm really curious, is a corn plant? Doesn't really have corn, right?
I guess not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think they actually grow in
wouldn't
corn.
make sense.
That would be a really weird houseplant, but quite convenient. You get food there.
Yeah. Okay, 180 centimeters tall. So in a few years, if it starts getting too big, it may need to be placed on the floor. Okay, so in the beginning, you can put it on a table, right? And then
on the windowsill, like the windowsill is the place in front of the window.
Yeah.
You get lots of light there.
But as it gets really tall, it makes more sense to put it on the floor,
Sure,
right?
if it's 180 centimeters tall, almost it has to be on the floor, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like he ended up choosing the corn plant.
Right?
Okay.
That's right. So Victor says, that's the plan. So what's the plan is to have it on the floor, right?
Okay.
I'd like it to be a centerpiece eventually.
A centerpiece. So a centerpiece is usually when you put something in the middle, right?
Right, in the middle. Or if you're thinking about like, okay, I have a living room and something's the centerpiece, it's where your eye is going to go to and kind of hold the room together.
Yes.
Right? So he's going to this is like almost a piece of furniture, the way that he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
He continues to say, anything else I should know?
You should probably learn a lot more information about the plant you're about to get, right?
Right. So he says here, eventually, which is an adverb. So eventually it's going to be the centerpiece, right? So eventually means at the end of a period of time or a series of events. So in this situation, we're talking about the plant maturing.
Yeah.
So he's thinking, well, once it matures and it's full grown, at that time, eventually, I want it to be the centerpiece.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So we have an example sentence. Veronica will move out of her parents' house eventually.
Okay, it's just like, for example, people maybe will ask you, oh, do you want to spend the rest of your life in Taiwan?
Yes.
And you can say, maybe eventually I will move out or move away.
back to
yes.
the United States or something like that.
Yeah, but you don't know when. But
Or if you ask
towards the
somebody
end.
in Taiwan, are you ever going to move out of your parents' house? They say, eventually. But
Usually it's after marriage, right?
yeah, people live with their parents forever in Taiwan.
Yeah, it's quite some time. So the florist says, you can remove the lower leaves when they begin to yellow. Okay, in this case, yellow is used as a verb, right? So that means when the leaves become yellow.
Right, so you could say that to begin to get yellow, when it become yellow, or here, just too yellow. You could also say, like when you're cooking food or something, you allow it to brown.
Yeah.
Like, so when we're talking about color coming into something that wasn't there in the beginning, then you can say to yellow, to brown, but you can't use it with every color.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of pay attention to context.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And remember to keep your plant out of reach of cats or dogs. Remember, because it's toxic to them.
Right.
If you ever decide to get a pet in the future. Okay, so it's good to know that Victor actually does not have a pet yet, so this won't be a problem.
Right, but he has to keep it in mind. Right?
Yeah. There are also care instructions on the attached card for reference. Okay, so care instructions. The instructions of how to care for your plant, and it is on the attached card. So attach is an adjective. It means when you join or connect something together. So this is attached. For example, maybe I have a string attached to my phone so I can put it over my neck.
Right, on your necklace you have a pendant attached to it.
Exactly,
right?
so it's connected, right?
Okay.
All right, so for example, my phone number is on the attached business card. Okay.
All right, so we have the care instructions on this attached card for his reference. So reference here is a noun. And reference is the act of looking at something for information. So if something is for your reference, it means you could say for your information. Right? It's just information. So for example, you can say, Marcus keeps a dictionary on his desk for easy reference.
Okay.
So it'll be easy to go and look at that thing and use it to refer to if you need help.
Okay, so now we've learned more about how to choose a plant, what to look out for, and Victor finally chose one. Let's see how it goes, you know? I hope it actually works out for him. He spices up his apartment.
I forgot to mention, you know, don't let your friends just care for your plant because they might kill them.
Blah, 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 blah. Not my fault. Anyways, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
在第二段对话里 ，Victor 选了一株植物，也付了钱。他就问花店店员说：“这种植物长成是需要多久呢？”店员就说：“啊，这种巴西铁树需要大约10年才能长到最高180公分左右。哎，那所以几年后，如果它开始变得太大，可能就需要放在地上了。” Victor 说，那就是他的计划，他想要让这一株植物啊，最终可以成为这个中央装饰品，就摆在正中央来当做装饰这样子。好，我们单字 eventually 这个副词就表示最终或是终于最后。Centerpiece 这个名词就表示占据中心位置的物体，那或者是可能像餐桌上面我们说中央的装饰品，那这个字也可以表达最重要、最吸引人的部分。再来 Victor 用到 That's the plan， 表示说那就是我的计划，就这么办。好，那刚刚老师们聊到说，这株植物啊，在还没长这么高之前，或许可以摆在桌上，或者是摆在窗台。老师这时候说到 windowsill， 就是在 window 后面加上 sill， 构成这个名词，就可以表达窗台。好，那花店店员最后也提醒 Victor 说，当下方的叶子开始变黄的时候，可以摘除掉。还有啊，如果将来决定要养宠物的话，记得把植物放在猫或狗碰触不到的地方。那盆栽上面附的卡片也有照料说明，可以提供参考。我们来看看单字 attached， 它是形容附加的、附属的。Shane 老师就举例说，项链上面可能会附有垂饰，它受到 pendant，P-E-N-D-A-N-T， pendant 可以用来指项链上面那个垂饰。下一个单字 reference， 它表示参考、查阅或是咨询。当这个意思解释时，它是不可数名词，我们就常常用 for somebody's reference 去表达供某人参考。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Victor is in a flower shop. He seems confused.
Has anything caught your eye?
Actually, no. I'd like to buy a houseplant to spice up my boring apartment. I also heard they can help relieve stress and clean the air. The thing is, I'm totally clueless about houseplants.
Don't worry, I can help you with that. First off, while appearance matters, I think it's more important to think about a plant's suitability for your home. Is there a lot of natural light in your apartment?
Not really.
So a low-light plant might be worth considering. Maybe a corn plant or dragon tree. These plants survive best out of direct sunlight and with little water, so they're easy to care for. Their leaves are toxic to cats and dogs, however.
Victor has chosen a plant and paid for it.
How long will it take to mature?
The corn plant takes about 10 years to reach its full height of about 180 centimeters. So in a few years, if it starts getting too big, it may need to be placed on the floor.
That's the plan. I'd like it to be a centerpiece eventually. Anything else I should know?
You can remove the lower leaves when they begin to yellow. And remember to keep your plant out of reach of cats or dogs if you ever decide to get a pet in the future. There are also care instructions on the attached card for reference.
Hi, I'm Toi.
I'm Carolyn.
And today we're playing Guess the Bear. We each have 3 cards with a word or phrase on them, and it's replaced with the word bear. And so my friend here and we each have 1 minute to guess all 3 cards. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Shall I read?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get a minute on the clock. All right, first word is an adverb. Bear, he got so bored that he fell asleep. We hope that an agreement can be reached, Bear.
Luckily, hopefully. Read the first one again.
Bear, he got so bored that he fell asleep. We hope that an agreement can be reached, Bear.
Soon.
Let's go to the next one. Next one is an adjective, 1 word. Please read the bear file carefully. The box comes with bear instructions on the back.
Important. Next one.
Okay. Last one is a phrase, 3 words. If anything bears, bear, bear, let me know. Did anything bear while you were shopping?
Go wrong?
3 words. If anything bears, bear, let me know. Did anything bear while you were shopping?
Happen to you? I don't know.
Okay, the last one, the phrase was catch your eye. If anything catches your eye, let me know. Did anything catch your eye while you were shopping?
What was the first one?
First one was eventually. Eventually, he got so bored that he fell asleep. We hope that an agreement can be reached eventually.
Okay.
Yes.
In the second one, I didn't get any of them this time. What was the second one?
Attached.
Attached.
Please read the attached file carefully. The box comes with attached instructions on the back.
Oh my gosh. Okay, your turn. Ready?
Okay.
Let's go. Adjective, 1 word. I'd love to help you, but I'm really bare about that subject. She's a nice woman, but she is bare about a lot of things.
Sensitive?
Keep going.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay, noun, 1 word. I keep a dictionary on my desk for easy bear. If you have any questions, look at the manual for bear.
Read them again.
I keep a dictionary on my desk for easy bear. If you have any questions, look at the manual for bear. It's a noun.
Access?
Nope. Next one. Phrase, 2 words. I need to bear my weekends. I'm so bored. They decided to bear their apartment with new decor.
Spruce up?
Close.
Read the first one again.
I need to bear my weekends. I'm so bored. Okay, spice up. I need to spice up my weekends. I'm so bored. They decided to spice up their apartment with new decor. First one was clueless. I love to help you, but I'm really clueless about that subject. She's a nice woman, but she is clueless about a lot of things. And last one, reference. I keep a dictionary on my desk for easy reference. If you have any questions, look at the manual for reference. Yeah. We both didn't get any.
Those are hard, huh?
These were hard.